Hello, my name is Andrew Sanfallipo, and welcome to Crash Course GUSH. Today we'll be talking about Sudan and South Sudan. First, let's talk about the geography of this war-torn country. Before the split of Sudan and South Sudan, Sudan was the largest country in Africa, and that's really saying something. Africa is the second largest continent in the world today, excluding Antarctica. However, with today's borders, Sudan is the third largest country in Africa. Currently, Sudan borders Ethiopia, Libya, Egypt, Central African Republic, and it also borders the Red Sea. The climate in north and south are opposite ends of the climate. In northern Sudan, weather is extremely hot and dry, while in the south, the weather is very wet. Within South Sudan, there are many grasslands, and the weather in South Sudan is so wet that there is even a rainforest near the border. Sudan is also Africa's second largest oil producer prior to the split. Most of the oil is located in South Sudan, which is exported to the north to run factories and go through ports. Now let's discuss the people that live there. In Sudan, there are about 34 million people living there, about 3 times as many compared to South Sudan, which has only 12 million. The majority religion of those who live in Sudan is Arabized Sunni Muslims. Within Sudan, there are also many sub-Saharan ethnic groups, many of which practice Islam. Most South Sudan population is predominantly Christian. Christianity was first exposed to this region in the 1st century AD. However, in the 18th century, the British decided to send missionaries to spread the word of God again. The main language of Sudan is Arabic, but many other languages are also spoken, such as English and quite a few indigenous languages of Africa. In South Sudan, the official language is English. Now let's see what our secret compartment holds today. Now let's see what's in today's secret compartment. Look, it's carbon, the main ingredient in oil. You'll find a lot of carbon in oil, and you'll find a lot of oil in Sudan. So, our secret compartment today is carbon. Thanks for watching. Our next topic is British control of Sudan. In the first half of the 20th century, Sudan was ruled by Anglo-Egyptian rule. Britain was focused on modernizing northern Sudan rather than the south. The British avoided the south due to its remote and extremely poor areas. However, the UK intervened in the tribal conflicts in the year 1946. The Britain decided to administer their authority to Sudan in one unified administration rather than two. However, the South Sudan leaders were not informed on this decision. This caused those that lived in southern Sudan to feel culturally and religiously different from their North Sudan. This tension rapidly increased and the Civil War broke out, and this war was stopped by the British in the year 1972 under an agreement made in Addis Ababa. And of course, this agreement, the people of Sudan felt they did not receive the freedom they deserved. Therefore, in 1983, President Nameri imposed Islamic Sharia law throughout the whole Sudan. Soon after, a man named John Garang, a military officer from South Sudan, created the Sudan People's Liberation Army in order to gain independence from Sudan. This army had about 25,000 troops, and the main focus of this army was to end mandatory religious codes that imposed Islamic ideas. In 1985, President Nameri was taken from power and a military council replaced him. 4 years later, Prime Minister Omar al-Bashir came to power. In 1997, the United States placed an embargo on all oil from Sudan due to the realization of the dehumanizing situation in Sudan and how it is negatively affecting neighboring governments. In 2005, a comprehensive peace agreement was formed to end the civil war. Now let's go to Thought Bubble. In 2003, Sudan experienced a terrible event that took many homes and lives away from people who were hardworking from Darfur. This genocide was caused by the president sending Arab militias called Yanawids into Darfur, forcing 2.5 million citizens out of their homes and killing off about 400,000 people. The president had done this in response to protests of a government that does little to protect them from Arab nomads. Let's go to Open Letter now. Dear Andrew, I would like you to relay a message for me. Please tell South Sudan I need their oil and for them to stop their independence nonsense. I should be ruling over all of them and getting all the money. My country is #1 and should continue to be. From President Nameri. Well, President Ryan, that's very interesting. Thank you for your input. In 2005, a comprehensive peace agreement was formed to end the Civil War. The conditions of this agreement stated that on December 9, 2011, there will be a public vote on the matter of formal independence between North and South Sudan. The result of this vote was unanimous. 99% of the country voted for South Sudan to be separate. South Sudan can now build foundations for a new government and start to enhance the lives of its citizens. Though today many issues are still a problem between Northern and Southern Sudan, such as border disputes and debt disputes. One recent problem in Sudan is that the Pegleg crisis of 2012, which was an armed conflict between North and South Sudan over regions rich with oil. That concludes our video today, just about. Thanks to y'all for watching and hope to see you next time from the whole Crash Course GUSH history. That's Jacqueline Joe Stover and